Hello and welcome back to Pittsburgh Vaydor. Right now I'm working on getting the dash covered in foam. That way we can start trying to stitch the upholstery for it. So I marked out the areas for the defroster vents and I'll be cutting those out and then just laying down the foam using just weldwood contact cement, put it on both sides, let it tack up, and then just lay it out. I don't think I'm going to be doing a time lapse for it because on the table here it's kind of hard to get a good angle unless I'm holding it. So I'm just going to wrap that and then show you guys what I did and do an overview of how to do it and everything like that. I also got these new vents. They're from the F-150, I think the 2009 one. They're bigger than the other ones I used to have, so I'm going to have to recut this hole or at least make it larger. But they're much better. They have a angle to them, so they'll go with the curve a lot better. And these are the ones that most Vaydors use. There's these, and then there's the chrome version of the same vents. I chose the black one just because they kind of go with the color scheme I'm going with a little bit better. So I'm going to install these after everything's done. But I just wanted to show you guys the new vents. I got the set of 4 off eBay. They weren't too expensive, so if you're doing one of these are the right vents to go with. Alright, so I got the first little bit of the dash covered in the foam. I'm going to trim up everything. I'm doing one side at a time, but this foam works great. The adhesive that I'm using, that weldwood contact cement, way stronger than the stuff I was using before, this spray glue. This is actually a little bit too strong. I put all this on. I had a little bit of a hard time getting everything to even out because once it touches the other side, it's really hard to remove. So I was really worried about breaking and tearing any of the foam, but luckily I didn't. So I'm going to come and trim some of this and get out some of the area here. That way I'm able to stretch and move the foam around to the different parts of the dash. And I'll show you guys how I end up doing that. I might have to cut along one of the lines and then do 2 pieces, but we'll see. I'm trying to do each side as one separate piece, and I'm pretty sure it's going to work based on how it's going so far, but I'll let you guys know. And there we go. The foam is on the dash. I cut out the hole for the defroster vents. If you come along here, it's all smoothed out and everything. The only tricky part was this corner. I had to cut down the middle, and then it was still one piece, so it matches up here, but to get it to fit here without folding, I had to cut and then re-glue everything. So that's all done. I'm going to start working on making the patterns for the upholstery and see how that goes. And I've never done upholstery before, so I'm just going to try it out. If it doesn't work, I'll have to figure something else out. But I'll let you guys know what I end up doing for that. Probably won't be in this video because I'm just doing a lot of random stuff. But I'm going to start working on this. It's not going to be quick, so it's going to be a little while before I get the video out for how to do that because I'm still learning, so it's probably going to take me a couple tries. Okay, now back with the car. There are some things I didn't film the process of because you've seen me do it before. Like we got the driver's door on and installed. Obviously we don't have the glass or anything in it yet, but we're going to get to that eventually. Not in this video though. So yeah, now we have the driver's door and passenger door on. Front clip, it's just sitting here temporarily, not lined up at all. We did install the headlights, both of them now. They're in there, but they're not lined up exactly where it's supposed to be. We're going to have to adjust those. I've heard that the headlights are one of the hardest parts to actually get right, so we're going to work on those before we line up the front clip, and then we can do that all at the same time and get those situated the way it's supposed to be. We also mounted the rear diffuser. What we did pretty simple. We just drilled through. Here, I'll come around the other side and try to give you a better angle. Yeah, it's a little hard to see. Actually, you can't see at all. Anyways, so what we did is when it was loose, we pulled it down and we just drilled through these two pieces, and we just used a nut and a bolt with a washer and just clamped them together. We did that on both sides. So now the diffuser is on. We're probably not taking it off again. Fits good. Little gaps here, so we're gonna fill that in and everything and start doing body work on the diffuser to get that ready to go. Also working on getting the tail lights and everything, the third tail light working. We're not gonna have that done in this video either, but we're just working on getting everything situated on the rear end here. And speaking of that, we also installed the trunk hinges. The hinges I installed in another video, but now they're bolted to the trunk. If you can see, we got automotive body screws. They came in a pack of 4. So what we did is we drilled into the trunk. There's a metal piece in there, kind of like we had on the doors. And after we drilled the hole in, we used a ratchet and we just tightened them in there. And it's solid, not going anywhere. The only problem, there's 2 little problems. One up here, it is rubbing a little, so we're probably gonna have to shave that down. And then we also accidentally went a little too far with the drill bit one of the times, and we drilled a hole through that, so I am gonna have to fill that in. Not a huge deal. Reason I haven't installed the gas cap yet is I misplaced that piece, so I'm gonna have to find that somewhere, but I will be getting to that and showing you in detail how to do that. So the main reason I'm doing a lot of this stuff off camera, not showing the whole process for everything, is I did go back to school, so I don't have a ton of time to work on this. So what I'm doing is I'm filming as much as I can when I'm home, and then when I go to school, I'm actually going to be bringing the trim pieces and the spoiler and stuff with me this time. That way I can do a video while I'm there. But right now I'm trying to get as much done as I can when I'm home, so not going to be filming as much, but I'll go back and explain what I did for everything and show you guys how to do what I did. And the main reason I'm trying to get it done so quickly is I want to get the windows and stuff in and the seals and make it waterproof. That way I can leave it outside, because at school it's only a 1-car garage, so it won't fit in the garage there. So if I could bring it with me, it'd make it a lot easier. I'd be able to work on it a lot more, and the only way to do that is to get everything together enough that it is waterproof and we can get it registered. That way I can bring it down to school with me and then work on it while I am there. That way I can do all the body work, all the trim pieces and stuff. I can do all of that with me, and that way it's just easier and more convenient. That way I can get some more videos out there too. And no, I'm not going to rush it together to the point where I mess things up and things aren't lined up correctly. I'm going to do it right as fast as I can, if that makes sense. I want it to look good when it's done. I've spent a lot of time on this already, so I want it to turn out good. So I'm just trying to get it to the point that I can bring it to school with me. That way I can work on it there. I'm not trying to just shove things together to get it done quickly. Alright, so I'm going to keep working on things around the car, but that's it for this video. So thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next one.